Welcome to the closing ceremony of the IBO Challenge 2, the online version of the IBO Challenge 2021 Lisbon, Portugal. I'm here with two former competitors who understand too well what we have all been missing for not being able to join together in our country. Well, Martin, do you miss your week at the Olympics?
Well, I certainly do. It was one of the most memorable experiences of my life, but I think it's very important to give this opportunity to new students despite of the pandemic.
And I'm sure, Vicky, that you miss all the stress of those long and challenging exams.
Yes, sure I do. No, but it was worth it because later on we lived throughout stress, but that one was like the best stress of my life.
So, let the games begin. It's now my pleasure to introduce you two wonderful scientists who dedicated all their lives to science and have always inspired younger generations to follow their curiosity and become people of science and people of value. Alexandre Quintanilha, Portuguese scientist and a member of parliament, and Ryochi Matsuda, IBO coordinator.
Welcome to the 32nd International Biology Olympiad. There are, as I understand, almost 80 countries involved and almost 300 students that are also involved. And it's great that we could have this Olympiad, despite the fact that with the COVID, we have to be careful about how we interact with each other. I want to basically welcome you because I believe that biology at the moment is probably one of the most exciting areas in which to study, in which to explore, in which to try to understand how living systems evolve. We have gigantic challenges in front of us, not only due to climate change, but also because of an aging population, but also the question of producing enough food, understanding how the various living systems interact with each other. Just to think that 2/3 of the cells in our own body are not human cells. They are from bacteria, from funguses, from parasites. The idea that we have in us trillions of viruses that we now, at the moment, one of them is causing problems to our lives, is probably one of the most extraordinary areas which we are just beginning to understand. What are all these other organisms that we carry with us? What are they doing? We know a few of them. We know some of them are important for digestion, but many of the others we have no idea what they're doing. The fact that trees communicate with each other in strange ways that are just beginning to be understood, the whole role of understanding how cells communicate with each other, why sometimes it goes wrong and we have cancer, or why is it that we age in particular ways, our organs don't age at the same speed. These are all amazing challenges which you as young beginners in the area of the life sciences have in front of you. So I wish you all the most wonderful successes in the future, and I hope we all win out of these Olympiads in biology.
Hello, boa tarde, konnichiwa. Your Excellency, Mr. Manuel Rebelo de Souza, President of the Portuguese Republic, and dear Mr. Pedroso, General Director of the Ministry of Education, and Mr. Costa, Secretary of the Ministry of Education, dear faculty members of the Ciência in University of Lisbon, people in Ordem dos Biólogos, and dear organizing committee and the science committee members of IBO Challenge 2 2021. And finally, dear competitors, dear jury members, especially the subgroup members, and ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, this year also, we couldn't have a real face-to-face IBO. But fortunately, our Portuguese colleague conducted this IBO challenge to 2021 remarkably well. On behalf of the International Biology Olympiad Association, I would like to express my deep appreciation to those Portuguese colleagues for making this IBO Challenge 2021 possible, especially the leadership of Chairman Dr. Jose Matos, our friend. He has conducted these difficult tasks, and he did it remarkably well under these difficult conditions. The number of participating countries and regions were 76, including some Ibero-American countries. Total number of competitors were 304, the largest number of our IBO history. I do hope that all competitors enjoyed tasks designed to follow the Magellan around the world. In this memorable, the 500th anniversary year of his voyage. Dear competitors, you were selected through highly competitive National Biology Olympiad in your country. Regardless of medals, you are all winners. And dear jury members, my friends, you have done National Biology Olympiad under pandemic of COVID-19, and you joined the discussion and the translations during last and this week. And of course, our excellent subgroup members, you did a good job for examining and brushing up the tasks. So you are all winners too. I would like to ask all competitors, did you find friends during this IBO week? I hope you made many friends in many countries during this IBO week through SNS. If so, we want you to keep your friendship for your entire lives, to keep this world peaceful and better understanding each other. And when the pandemic is over, I want you to meet each other face to face and do plan for collaborative research in the future. And of course, to visit this beautiful country of Portugal in the near future. The pandemic of COVID-19 made biology more popular and important for all citizens in the world. The world of PCR, messenger RNA vaccine, ACE2 receptor, and spike, antigen, and antibody became so popular in our daily lives. People start to realize the importance of biology and biology education. Exploring biological principles is not only interesting and exciting, but also important for survival of our species. Let me talk about my personal story related to the PCR. Over 40 years ago, I was working as a postdoc at the University of California, Berkeley. One of our technicians got fired, so she lost her job. But fortunately, she got a new job at a small biotech company in Oakland, the next city to the Berkeley. Several months later, she stopped by our laboratory and spoke about her recent job. She said that they are trying to synthesize DNA fragment using of a certain sequence in vitro by using enzymes and nucleotides only. It was impossible, unbelievable at that time. They should do cloning with the plasmid and E. coli. We said her that dream on, and teased her that she needs to seek for another job soon, very soon. But 10 years later, her boss, Dr. Kelly Marris, got the Nobel Prize of Chemistry for establishing PCR technology. Without his discovery, we are much more inferior in fighting COVID-19 today. Dear competitors, you have studied Campbell biology very well. And the textbook contents, all of them, are all in your brain now. But I want you to jump out from the pre-existing knowledge and information, like Dr. Marris did 40 years ago. In 19th century, famous American biologist Lou Agassiz said, "Study nature, not book." Sometimes textbook contains misunderstanding and wrong information. So don't be trapped by pre-existing information. We need more discoveries and newer concepts and newer technologies. Explore the wonder of life, and we hope that our competitors, you, become such creative scientists and save our species from environmental crisis, food shortages, population explosion, and emerging new diseases. And let us heal the world. I wish you good luck for your productive future. Muito obrigado. Arigatou gozaimasu. Obrigado sounds like arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much.
The International Biology Olympiad is a fantastic event that INIAV has supported from the very beginning of the Portuguese participation. It was therefore with great excitement and honor that we learned that the IBO 2021 was going to be hosted by Portugal under the coordination of our researcher José Matos. INIAV has many biologists among our staff and of researchers, and we know the value of the contribution of biology to understand the wonders of life towards the sustainable production of plants, animals for feed and food. I would have loved to host you on a visit to our institute, but this year it was not possible. However, you are invited to visit us as far as the pandemic conditions allow. I'm sure that you have had a challenge but fantastic week, and I would like to thank you all, 76 countries and 300 students, for participating. We wish all students success in your future academic lives, and who knows, maybe in few years, some of you can join our team of researchers. Congratulations to organizers, and congratulations to all students, because if you have reached this point with medals or without medals, you are all winners. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nuno Canada. What would you say if we show our dearest friends all over the world some of the places we would have visited? Let's start with Lisbon.
Dear participant, on behalf of the scientific committee, I really hope that you enjoy the IBO challenge too. We did our best for you to have a challenging but amusing experience. Remember, one of the main outcomes of competition is the opportunity to find your limit, to find a way to overcome them. So we wish you the best and a great future in biology.
And now let's take a look at our competitors during the exams all over the world. Well, now this is the moment of truth. Sarah, how did you find the exams?
I thought it was really long. I couldn't finish it all, so I chose some of the options like randomly to not leave anything blank.
I guess it was easier than the theoretical practical exam, so I think I'm more relieved. But yes, it's a stressful situation, so now it's time to relax.
I didn't find them quite difficult, actually. Of course, they had to get a lot from us, and they had to be quite difficult in some questions, but I think in general, the average was quite accessible.
Think this experience will be helpful?
Yes, I think it will be because we are in contact with subjects that we don't know in secondary school, so it's a lot to learn and to see that we have a long way on the university stage.
Do you want to leave a message for your foreign colleagues?
I guess that if we were all here in Lisbon, it would be better, but I hope you had fun in your homes.
I hope they are having the same experience as we are. Our time here has been quite good, and I guess that's quite. Unfortunately, we cannot be together. That would be much more of a fulfilling experience, but still, I think it's been quite a good time, and I hope they are having a good time as well, and we wish them the best from here.
Yes, I hope that you have a lot of fun doing this, that you learn also, and that maybe someday we can be in contact, presence, and so I wish their success.
Well, Carolina, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
One of the good things about IBO is that it lasts for a whole week, but you only get to take exams during 2 of those days. The rest of the time you get to visit some new places, make new friends, and overall have some fun. Let's see at some of that fun.
As promised, we will show you some images of a city that hosts one of the most wonderful bays in the world. Just outside Lisbon lies the city of Setúbal, where we would have visited the wonderful seaside, the protected area of Rábida, and join a boat trip where we could even go for a swim and watch dolphins.
Let me now invite you for a very short visit to this wonderful natural history museum that belongs to this college. You can have 1 million samples here from animals, plants, models, rocks. It's an amazing place to be. Here you can find the skeleton of an hippopotamus, and here you can find the skull of an elephant, a lot of animals from Africa, that we can see here, but also a lot of models for biology classes, for teachers to show the morphology, the anatomy of animals. Look at this wonderful model of a snail, and here you can also see the wonderful model of a silkworm. And these amazing models can be studied and analyzed and used for learning of biology teachers and wonderful classes for biology students. Here we can also see an incredible collection of samples, such as this one, where you can see an electric eel or even a piranha. But not only fish we have here, we also have a very nice collection of birds. All these are birds from all over the world, beautiful feathers, beautiful animals, and we can see them all and study them all. And let me just show you an incredible one that is right here. a bird of paradise. Look at it, ready to fly. And now that we've seen all these birds and all this part here, I'm going to show you the first floor of this museum. This is now a giant shell from the species Tridacna gigas. This sample was collected by the natives in the island of Atauro, close to Dili in East Timor. And it was offered by the father of a former student of this college. This animal can achieve 1.4 meters and weight 270 kilograms. Amazing specimen. And now I'm going to show you another unique specimen through this very interesting imitation of natural habitat with these nice wildcats. But this is a very interesting specimen, which is not very common, which is a baby gorilla. And you can see it here, and among a lot of other specimens from apes. And after this, I'm going to show you an animal that everybody has been talking about for the past year. So I hope you have enjoyed this very short visit, and I hope that one day we can all be together in Portugal and come to this wonderful college and watch this marvelous natural history museum. Thank you, Mrs. Ludovina, for guiding us in this visit, but most of all, thank you for all your work for so many years in preserving and in helping to preserve all these samples here in the museum. Thank you very much for your work. Goodbye, everybody.
And now let me introduce you to Patricia, one of the hosts for this new image and video competition. So, Patricia, a lot of participants?
Yes, Ana Daniela. In fact, we've had almost 30 participations within the 3 categories of drawing, photo, and video. And we've had very interesting and funny works being submitted. I believe that this experience of using for the first time social networks to show the proposals and vote for them was very well accepted, and so far we've had literally thousands of viewers. So don't miss it. Go to your Instagram or to our website, choose your favorite works and vote on them. Vote, vote, vote. You can do it on our website if you're a competitor or a jury member, but we can all vote through the Instagram page IBO Challenge 2021. The deadline for voting is the 27th, and we will disclose the results of the voting on the 28th. Thank you for participating and thank you for voting. Take care.
Lord Byron once described the village of Sintra as Sintra's glorious Eden. You cannot come to Lisbon and skip a magic trip to this medieval and luxurious village of Sintra. Fado, Lisbon's mournful song and Portuguese's most traditional music genre, is in the list of the world's intangible cultural heritage. But there is a type of fado born in the city of Coimbra, and it's known to be sung by students of its university. Let's hear Capas ao Luar.
Ó Coimbra do Mondego e dos amores que eu lá tive, ó Coimbra do Mondego e dos amores que eu lá tive, quem te não cego, quem te não ama não vive, quem te não vive capa deu no chão, abriu em flores.
Beautiful, this Fado of Coimbra, but now let's listen another version we received from another country.
É uma casa portuguesa, com certeza. É com certeza uma casa portuguesa.
Es una casa portuguesa, con certeza. Es con certeza una casa portuguesa.
It's a Portuguese house for sure.
It's definitely a Portuguese house. এটি অবশ্যই একটি পর্তুগিজ ভাষা।
অবশ্যই এটা আমার পর্তুগিজ ভাষা।
È una casa portuguesa con certeza. Es una terza, è una casa portuguesa.
È una casa portuguesa con certeza. Com certeza uma casa portuguesa. Uma casa portuguesa com certeza. É com certeza uma casa portuguesa.
Uma casa portuguesa, com certeza. É com certeza uma casa portuguesa.
Distinguished guests, dear colleagues, dear students, dear friends, dear supporters and participants of the IBO and all the biology Olympiads all over the world. We have learned from plants that you may have to wait 7 years for a flower to blossom, and then it may fade in a week. This IBO was such a case. In 2014 in Bali, I was strongly encouraged by our dear friend Tomás Soukup to apply for Portugal to be a host for a future IBO. We have chosen 2021. It was not supposed to interfere neither with Summer Olympics nor football cups. And we have worked hard to prepare a challenging IBO hosted in a country where hospitality is an endogenous feature. And after a week, we are reaching the end of this event. Little we knew that we would face the most difficult pandemic of our lives for 2 consecutive IBOs. Our Japanese friends faced the first wave of this incredible crisis. And here we are again changing wet labs with computer screens and wonderful city walks with closed rooms. But we have shown resilience, endurance, creativity, and ability to transform a face-to-face IBO into an IBO challenge that could motivate jury members and students all over the world to join us in this journey. And what a journey this was. 76 countries have accepted our challenge, an amazing record when we think of the odds. So my first word of appreciation goes for all the jury members and NBO coordinators who still managed to have their National Biology Olympiads running and encourage their students to join us for yet another set of exams. Thank you for not giving up on your Olympiads. Thank you for not giving up on our students. Allow me to give a warm welcome to those countries who are not yet members of the IBO Association but still accepted our invitation to participate as guest countries where their students perform so well, even off regular competition. I hope that you got the true spirit of the IBO and be able to join us live very soon. Special greetings to Gaetan Jogla from France, David Pacheco from Ecuador, Esmeralda Esquivel from El Salvador, José Tomé from Mozambique, and Lydia Cruz from Peru. Be most welcome to the IBO family, and please give a big digital hug to your students for being so brave. I would now like to thank all our sponsors who have always supported us. First of all, I would like to thank His Excellency, the President of the Portuguese Republic, Professor Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa, for his high patronage and inspiring words. Also, the Ministry of Education of Portugal, whose Minister, Tiago Brandão Rodrigues, is our fellow scientist, is a researcher in biochemistry himself, and fully supports science Olympiads. The General Directorate of Education, with whom I've had the honor to host USO in 2019, and now we have joined efforts again for this IBO challenge. The Calouste Gulbenkian Foundation, that was kind enough to offer their magnificent auditorium for this closing ceremony if it had been face-to-face. The Ciência Viva and its inspiring president, Rosalia Vargas, AGEA's insurance company, who has always supported our students during the IBO weeks, the Faculty of Sciences, and INIAV, the National Institute for Agrarian and Veterinary Research, for always backing us up and inspire us. I am very thankful to the municipality of Oeiras, who will host the first International Festival of Science, FICA, in October, and always support science and research, and my acknowledgements to all companies and institutions that somehow contributed to the setting up of this event. The military college, Colégio Militar, who is hosting us now and should have hosted us more than 400 competitors and guides, has supported IBO 2021 right from day one. Many years ago, when I first presented this project to the college director, Colonel Antonio Salgueiro. All staff, from teachers to administration workers and technicians, they have always received us with kindness, professionalism, and most of all, patience. I also want to express my gratitude to my colleagues from the Board of Ordem dos Biólogos, in the name of its actual president, Maria Jesus Fernandes, for allowing us to go through this enormous task of hosting an IBO in such severe conditions. I want to express my gratitude to the Scientific Commission, 27 teachers and researchers from the Faculty of Science of Lisbon, who did their very best to create a remarkable set of exams that did not focus on their own habitat, but rather on the true spirit of discoveries of the Portuguese sailors who wanted to explore new paths and reach the whole world while doing so. Never sharing the same room, but rather the same screen scenario, we have survived long meetings and always reached consensus and compromises on a truly collaborative and friendly mode. Also, for the accomplishment of the exams, I would like to extend my gratitude to the subgroup, who did a wonderful job reviewing all the questions in the exams and making life easier for the jury members. So my thanks to Katarina Jurikova from Slovakia, Fatima Abdullah Halkayat from Qatar, Patricia Schultz from Germany, Gerard Kobu from Belgium, Eduardo Siris from Spain, Hiroshi Wada from Japan, Tatsuhiko Noguchi also from Japan, and Gayan Gukazian from Armenia, as well as for the international advisors whose suggestions and comments are always helpful and enlightening. Many, many thanks to Maggie Linford from the UK, Poon from Thailand, and Rana from India. Thank you, my good friends. I also must thank my fellow colleagues of the steering committee. Our meetings during last year were most valuable to show me the correct path for a rigorous coordination. Our precious chair, Ryoshi Matsuda, Lenka Libuzova, Roel Bars, Denis Capey, and Gerard Kobu. There is still 1 year to go, and I miss our regular meetings already. Thank you for always being there for us. And also for the extremely helpful Sebastian Opitz and his team from the IBO office. My gentle German giant, it is always a pleasure to listen to your advice. And most of all, I cannot thank enough my wonderful team of the organizing commission. And I would like to call now on stage the most visible part of our staff. I would start by calling Sonia Fernandes, that you all know from the Secretariat. She has been extremely helpful and never leaving anyone without an answer. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you for everything. Also, Stephanie Andaluz, and all of you, if you have joined this, I'm sure that you have not missed one mail from Stephanie. She was 24 hours a day available for you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I would like to call the two colleague teachers, Margarida Roque and Pedro Oliveira. They have been very, very helpful in all the tasks here. Thank you, Margarida. Thank you, Pedro. And it was a pleasure to work with you throughout this time. And also, I would like to call Patricia. And Patricia has been very, very active with all the social networks and receiving all the videos and images from everybody. Thank you. And I should also have here Taiga Araki, who will have the skills to solve all the issues with the Tokyo Olympic Games as soon as he arrived to Japan, coming from Kansas. And he will do this all by himself. So thank you very much to all my team. This is just the visible part. Of course, that a lot of the people cannot be on stage right now, but thank you very much for all your work. And now A word of absolute admiration, deepest thanks to our crew of guides. 53 volunteers from 22 countries. Each country had 2 guides, one from Portugal and one from a different country. I'm not sure if all of you jury members realized what was going on in the digital world throughout this week. But our guys, mostly former competitors, did a fantastic job. They have created a Discord channel where they have joined hundreds of students in exciting, emotional and fun talks and activities. They've made videos, shared photos, exchanged thousands of messages, played games, participated in quiz games. They did not sleep at all. We've had little time preparing the guides' work, and they have given their time, their love, and their passion for the IBO to our competitors. You guides rock. I promise you that a big chunk of the IBO 2021 book will be dedicated to you. You've made this IBO challenge special and unique with your commitment and with your creativity. Thank you, guides. And now, the stars of the company, the students, our true heroes. After being stripped from the main features of an IBO, traveling, meeting hundreds of students from all over the world, and experience exciting lab work, you did not give up. You stood there, gave your best, and made the world a lot smaller using your computers, your mobile phones, and your skills. Dear present and former biology Olympiad competitors from all over the world, you are my passion. You are always in my heart. You are brilliant, you are winners, you are skilled, but most of all, you are kind to each other. You value friendship and cooperation more than medals. You value knowledge over fame. You value work over luck. I embrace you all from Lisbon, and I hope that you will visit us one day. I wish you all the best for your future academic achievements and for what biology studies, life. This was an amazing week, full of laughter during digital interactions, some tears and anguish when computers fail, full of achievements and learning, full of hope in a better and safer world. We did our best to fulfill your expectations. A few months of hard work are still ahead to find ways to send you medals and awards and gifts. Please stay tuned. It was a privilege to host this unique edition of the IBO Challenge 2. I wish you all the best. Stay safe, keep strong, Godspeed.
And now the moment you have all been waiting for. Let us present you the results of IBO Challenge 2, from merit to gold medals. But remember, you are all winners. You have arrived this competition as a national winner, and you will leave this competition even richer than you arrived. Felicitations to you all.
The IBO 2021, it's reaching its end. And it's now my pleasure and my honor to pass this IBO trophy to the next host country, Armenia. I'm going to give this to Gayan and wishing you a successful IBO 2022 in Armenia, where we would all meet together and socialize again. Gayan, this is for you.
Thank you very much, Jose. We are looking forward to receiving this incredible trophy. Dear IBO participants, dear organizers, honorable guests who are watching this video all over the world. Unfortunately, due to coronavirus, it was impossible to organize the 31st and 32nd IBOs in person. But fortunately, the information and telecommunication technologies are developing enough and allowed us to conduct exams in online format. However, life sciences technologies also are developing fast, and we hope the mankind will overcome the coronavirus in nearest future. It will give us an opportunity to organize 33rd IBO in person, and we will meet all together in sunny Armenia in July 2022. Dear friends, I would like to say that I am very proud of my Japanese and Portuguese colleagues who organized the online Olympiads at the highest professional level. The main problem of the online Olympiads was how to organize a practical exam online. Japanese colleagues had developed a test in bioinformatics. This was very applicable for online conducted IBO challenge. We have also developed a bioinformatic test, but we will hope that it will be possible to hold the Olympiad in person. About Portugal. Portugal has turned the practical part of the Olympiad into the fantastic trip with Magellan around the world. Long live Magellan! However, Magellan did not manage to visit ancient Armenia, and we will do our best to organize such a trip for the participants of the 33rd International Biology Olympiad. By the way, in contrast to Magellan, Mr. Gallus Gulbenkian found time to live in Portugal, and it's our pleasure to host all of you in the motherland of Gallus Gulbenkian. Dear friends, 21st century apparently is the century of biology. Development of technologies nowadays includes rapid development of biology. Fantastic efforts of IBO community promote career development of IBO participants who are future scientists in the area of life science. We are extremely happy to be part of these efforts of introducing young students to the contemporary challenges of biology. It is an honor and privilege to host the 33rd IBO in Armenia. We are looking forward to seeing you in Yerevan. Good luck to all of us.
We have reached the end of IBO 2021. Hope to see you all in IBO 2022 in Armenia without face masks. Goodbye, everybody. Whoa!